Are we headed towards a capacity crunch for truck transport? Listen to motor carrier executives who got badly burned by excess capacity during the recession, and you hear a common theme. Gone are the days of measuring a trucking company's success by the size of its fleet. These are the days of emphasizing the bottom line over the top line. Tight capacity, of course, will have an impact on trucking rates, which tumbled significantly during the recession. But as the North American economy heats up, is it realistic to expect an industry of more than 10,000 carriers to stick to that same script when it comes to restricting their fleet size? Editorial Director Lou Smirlis posed that question to motor carrier executives at our annual Decisions Roundtable, sponsored by Shaw Tracking. Here's what they had to say.
The market it's a very fragmented market. I think we are going to see some consolidation. I think, quite frankly, if the economy doesn't improve shortly, we'll see some bankruptcies and some closures as well. Good carriers, just like good business people in general, I don't think have ever looked at the top line and said, you know, I just care about the top line. It's about the bottom line return, right? The only reason you look for growth is to improve your position in the market and to be able to continue to be strong and invest in your business, and that's through bottom line profit. I think capacity will tighten. I think, to your point, Lou, used truck values have certainly dropped. The market for used trucks is not all that active. The new fuel technologies and the requirements of more computer-based technology inside trucks means very few people are buying those used trucks. So a carrier today, a major carrier like ourselves and the others, are really looking at how do you invest in equipment, what is the right flow through of assets you're going to go through, and we continue to look at that and look at what assets we need to invest in, as we did through the entire downturn. I don't think it's managing capacity to actually drive rate levels up. I think it's managing capacity just as a retailer would in terms of how many square feet of store it opens in a year. It's to do the prudent thing in your business so that you'll withstand those downturns and really be able to optimize where you were. When the market dropped 20%, when freight volumes dropped 25%, that was an incredible period of time that required a lot of proactive work. But if you think about it, if you have a number of assets, the entire market has dropped 25%, chances are you're not going to be able to get out of those assets. Right. So all of us are equally looking at it and saying, when is the right time to move back into assets, because we don't want to be burdened with that going forward. So I think there's a real split between the high quality carriers that are looking to do all the right thing and add value and have true strong relationships with its customers and invest in the right assets, as opposed to a number of others who, you know, I think will be quite challenged in the economy ahead.
Brian Taylor, president of Liberty Line Haul and chairman of the Ontario Trucking Association, also noted the difference in what he said should be considered good capacity and looked forward to shippers becoming more demanding.
I think there's a huge difference in carriers. And when you talk about good capacity, dependable capacity, and I think the other thing that comes into the equation now is secure capacity. When we talk about security in the supply chain and high value products, good capacity, I think there's going to be a shortage of it. I think there's carriers that, you know, that there's always been in this industry that are good, strong players that treat their employees properly and do training and invest in technology that are going to come to the forefront. And I'm really glad to hear that shippers are saying we're going to be more demanding and we're going to ask more questions, and we want carriers that come to us with solutions, because that's where the good carriers really stand out.
The annual Decisions Roundtable was conducted in partnership with the Toronto Area Council of CITT at the Maritime Ontario facilities in front of a live audience. It brought together some of the most respected minds in transportation from across the country. Watch for future episodes as we further examine the latest shipper-carrier issues.